I could hear you. Good evening, everyone. And this is the regular meeting of Moscow City Council. First up is the Pledge of Allegiance. Haley.
Good evenings. Please stand if you're able and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great. Okay, next up is the consent agenda, which consists of items that have been previously vetted by the Public Works and Finance Committee or the Administrative Committee and are largely routine and or non-controversial.
I move we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second that.
Oh, good. Moved and seconded. Drew?
Aye.
Julia?
Aye.
Gina?
Aye.
Sandra?
Aye.
And Haley?
Aye.
Okay, consent agenda passed. Next, launching into the regular agenda, we have the mayor's appointments, of which there are none tonight. For the next 15 minutes in 3-minute increments, we have the public comment mayor's response time. Just come up to the podium, state your name, address, and then go on with what you've got to tell us or think about. As long as it's not on tonight's agenda nor pending before Planning and Zoning or the Board of Adjustment. Do we have any takers tonight?
Yeah.
Please.
Woohoo.
Sean Tiggs, and I live at 933 East 8th Avenue. Street, not Avenue. I'm the new superintendent of the school district and just came to introduce myself and say hi. I'm excited about a partnership with the city and our businesses and everybody else as we kind of grow the school, and excited to be partners. So hi.
Well, good to meet you. Thanks.
That's right. And cups.
Hang in there, Bears. Anyone else? Okay. Moving right along. Next up, we have the Mayor's Golf Tournament check presentation. Amanda Argona.
It's hard for me now to get closer. So good evening, Mayor, City Council members, and staff. I'm pleased to present this year's proceeds on behalf of the Parks and Recreation Department, which put together this tournament in 2014, and Mayor Betke has continued the tradition of it as well, and community events has stepped in to assist with it every year. And we have a great time, and I always learn something new about golf. It's not my sport, but I love the enthusiasm from all the participants. We had great turnout of sponsors returning this year, including Latah Credit Union, Culligan Water, Greg Kimberlane Insurance, Gritman Medical, Latah Title Company, La Casa Lopez, Red Star Coffee Company, Northwest River Supplies, Christy Mattoon and Brian Loomis Realtors, JUB Engineering, Kelly Kimberlane Insurance, Corner Club, Rocky Butte Brewers, Idaho Central Credit Union, and Mead and Hunt. So without further ado, this year's proceeds are in excess of $2,500 and is going to the Inland Oasis's West Side Food Pantry, which my understanding from food pantries is like they know what their folks need. And so they're really looking forward to having these funds available so they can stock the pantry with items that make sense for their clients. So we have an oversized prop check to present as a photo op. And luckily, my pregnancy brain didn't get the better of me, and I did already send the check off to them, and they confirmed that they have received cash in hand. So I was really glad about that. But I would like to invite anyone from Inland Oasis's West Side Food Pantry to come up at this time if they'd like to say a few words.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so
Swivel
much.
the mic
Sorry,
around.
Oh, yeah. Usually my voice carries very well. Sorry about that. My name is Jana Jones. I'm the Executive Director for Inland Oasis and the West Side Food Pantry. And first off, we want to say thank you for thinking of us. It's a labor of love, and we really appreciate the community helping us out to help our neighbors. We've seen an increase in the numbers that we're serving. We are serving probably about double what we were doing last year. So there is definitely a need, and seeing our community step up and help us do this work is, well, it makes it all worthwhile. Board President Kathy Sprague, would you like to say anything?
you've covered it.
Give us the address of where you are, because I still get questions on where you're located.
It is
730 West Pullman Road.
730 West
730.
Pullman.
West Pullman Road, suite number 3.
Love it. Cool.
Photo op. I love it. Oversized check. It's the best part.
Keep coming. Don't be shy. Well, you need better girls who move that fast. Yeah. Cool.
And
Oh, excellent.
I just can't imagine.
I love it.
It's
Nice.
So thanks to Inland Oasis for the good work that they do for the community. Also, before Amanda flees, thank you and the staff for all of the hard work that went into this. I know it is a non-trivial exercise for sure, and you get lots of gold stars and kudos. Thank you for all the hard work you do. Okay, next up in our very truncated agenda this evening are reports. And so, Maureen, what you been up to?
The URA met, and the first thing they did is they supplemented their resolution for 2023 regarding their bond issues, and that came through pretty much a standard formation thing that they do every year. The big one is there was a whole report about the exclusive negotiation agreement with the Carly Lilly and George Scandalous approval, and they came up with some proposed dates. And the first one is that the developer will in fact deliver the deposit to the agency no later than October 6th, 2023. This thing's really moving along quickly. The submission of phase 1 development plans to the agency no later than December 1, and the agency will approve or disapprove of phase 1 development no later than January 4th. And the submission of phase 2 development will be done no later than February 2nd. And the agency will approve or disapprove of phase 2 development on or before February 22nd. And submittal of the draft disposition and development agreement no later than March 22nd. And the draft disposition and development agreement will come before the agency board no later than April 18th, 2024, which means we are moving right along on this 6th and Jackson project. So it's pretty fun. And that's the big news.
Anything else? Nope. Gina.
Okay, I got to sit in for Sandra on the
Thank you.
volunteer fire department. They've come a long way, baby. We used to have really long meetings, and they were kind of painful. Still got work done, but it was painful. They've honed their craft, and they are really good and very efficient meeting. It was like 32 minutes long. And then I went from that meeting to planning and zoning, and they are a moving and shaking group. This was an interesting meeting. They were talking about the area of city impact. something we don't always think about, but it's a fascinating kind of a historical view of, where Moscow's grown and where we thought we would grow in the next 10 or 20 years, things like that. So it was very interesting. We will review the area of city impact again in, the last time we did it was 2019. So it's every 10 years. So we got a few between now and the next time we look at it, but it was just really fascinating. And they actually had a picture from a kind of an overall scheme, right, of the county, and then how Moscow has grown since time immemorial, right, Victoria? It was so cool from our little blip on the radar to, now it was awesome. It was very cool. And then I went to the fair, and I have to say, the county and our James Logan, in his fancies, he had pearls and a fabulous sparkly. They have done an excellent job of taking care of our fair and making it the event of the summer. It was really great. That's all.
Julia.
Well, the best, I'm going to steal Sandra's thunder. The best
I'm still gonna talk about it.
2 weeks was Howling at the Hamilton. That went on from 1 to 6 at the pool. And I was accompanied by my lovely four-legged friend, Mocha. And it's a blast to go to, and it's such a fun event to watch all kinds of nice dogs at the pool having a good time, and humans. So that was a fun event to end the pool season. I sat in for Maureen on the Farmers Market Commission, and they are looking for an additional member. So just so you know. And they do a lot of work. We talked about the Halloween costume contest coming up at the end of the market season, which I think is always a blast. So come as your favorite vegetable. But know that there's a serious scoring system, and that you can't just go buy like a green bean costume. You got to put some effort into it. And talked about updating the handbook, and also talked about the plan for when our Amanda is out on maternity leave. So they have lots going on there. Public Works and Finance. We talked about, can I do it? Muscoberfest. Muscoberfest. I've been practicing. That is coming up, and should be a fun event downtown. And then not very exciting things like lot line adjustments.
I don't know. A good lot line adjustment.
It gets me excited.
Okay.
There we go.
And that's about it for me.
Well, Sandra, here's your chance to rebut the Howling at the Hamilton.
Oh, it was fabulous. It was great. And Mocha was there. I did not bring my four-legged friend because, well, if you've ever seen pictures of her, you're probably thinking that's a wise choice. But it was great. When I got there about an hour into it, the folks that I work with, the Humane Society, said that they'd already almost had a record number of dogs an hour into it. And it was the best howling we'd ever had. So a big hats off to the Parks and Rec Department for letting that happen. It's a great way to end the year. We really try hard to clean up, and I'm sure we fail at a couple spots, but we work hard at that part. And the dogs, they do have a great time. The people have a great time. I have a great time running the jumping contest. So, yeah, I love it. It really is my favorite day of the year. And then, man, this is great. I don't have to talk, but clearly I am, because, I have a microphone. It's hard not to. But, URA, so Maureen covered all that, but it's exciting stuff going on. I'm tickled about that. The fair was great. I was there most of Thursday. That's not true. I was there a part of Thursday. And just, it's really great to see people. And I love all the, I don't like to eat vegetables, but it's really fun to take pictures of them. And those are really great vegetables there to take pictures of. So that was fun. Legos. I don't like to build Legos, but oh my gosh, it's fun looking at all the Legos out there. So, and there was this weird metal pig that I wish I had money. I would have taken that home. It was awesome. But the fair is great. And yeah, whoever said it, hats off to Jim Logan for doing that every year. It's great. Sorry I didn't get to hear Gina's band, but I had to make a run with students out of town. And thank you for covering the fire. So that's already there. PBAC is coming up. That's the one of my committees I'm on. Also, it's coming up Thursday. And then, more URA coming, and fire, and so many good things. And just as a tip for the farmer's market, I wish Amanda was still here, but one of my international students at the University of Idaho came up to me and said, do you know about the farmer's market? And I said, I know a little bit about it. Why? And they're like, what has all of this stuff? And we did. And they just went off for like 10 minutes. I just nodded my head like, we love it. And I was like, well, I do too. So yeah, it's great to hear from other folks that have never been before. So hats off to all the farmer's market team out there for getting that, because you really made some people very happy. So I think that's all I have.
Drew.
Yeah, so fair and affordable housing. Had a great meeting. We meet once a month. This particular meeting we reviewed, we had LT in our community. She's a professor at the University of Idaho. Those in the crowd and online, there's folks in our community that are having a really difficult time with currently what's going on in some of the mobile home parks. And people like LT and other great people of our community have been working really diligently to make sure that these people are served with some of these difficult circumstances. And so she brought some facts to the meeting, reviewed that with us. And I tell you what, if you're not going home tonight being thankful for where you live, there's a lot to be thankful for, because there's people in our community that are really struggling. And so, yeah, there were some tears shared in the meeting. There's people that are working hard towards this. The city's working towards this. I know we're going to be talking about this. And then I will say, LT, she didn't ask me to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. She's releasing a book called Trailers, Parks of America. And it has to do a lot of the work that happened here east of town. Maureen was involved in that. And
The Shringham Home,
Yeah.
the home park.
so great meeting. A lot of the people there on the committee are kind of focused and tuned in what the next steps are to help. And so glad to be a part of it, but it's something that we need to think about. And I think more of the people, if you're not familiar with this, should be. So that's all I have.
Thanks, Drew.
I will say one more thing. I was at the fair and it was great. And there's a lead singer there that was just, did a pretty good job. So.
Thanks, Drew. Haley.
I've got a couple. So this is always the third week of the month is always commission heavy week for me. I've got our Pathways Commission meeting tomorrow, which is actually a walking tour, a pedestrian walking tour. And so it starts at 5 p.m. at, I'm going to get this, I think I've got this backwards, but I'm pretty sure we're starting at Gormley, and then we get to tour our path, and we'll do a loop out and around and towards the Student Rec Center to see what recent improvements we've done to our pathway systems, and that'll be fun. I also have Smart Transit tomorrow. Side note, we've got an open house planned on Thursday from 5 to 7. We're celebrating 30 years of Smart Transit, free transit for all on the, started in Lewiston. It's been based in Moscow for 18, 19 years, I think, since the early aughts. So please stop by. We'll have treats at the transit center that the city helped build, a beautiful transit center off of
It's a good one.
Peter
Sweet and
Railroad.
Railroad. Thank you. I was going to call it, I was wrong. So Sweet and Railroad. Beautiful facility. Come tour it. And Human Rights Commission also has a cool event on Thursday. It's a restorative justice forum at the Lecomte Auditorium at 6 p.m. Did I say Thursday? I think it's Wednesday. Sidebar, I've got, I work at SEL in Pullman, and we have, you may see a really great influx of visitors at your local businesses because we've got our sales meeting this week. So I am running on little sleep with lots of meetings all week long. So if anyone wants to join the Pathways Commission walkthrough, I am hoping to make it in time. Love it. Thank you. And then the other thing I've got on my calendar is, in a perfect world, I'll be able to go from the pathway or the Smart Transit open house to the Palouse Plein Air opening this Thursday at 5 p.m. 2 places at once. I'll figure it out. And then at 7 p.m. they're playing Dr. Strangelove at the Kenworthy. So it's a great, busy. Don't ever tell me you're bored in Moscow, because I'll give you 3 things on any given night of the week where you can be somewhere hanging out, learning new things, and meeting new friends. So I've got that. And then, I went to the fair. It was cool. Oh, I will give a different shout out. Nate Spain and a crew of volunteers run the Palouse Sprint Triathlon, which happens the weekend prior to the howling at the Hamilton. And so it's a really cool, very affordable way for people who in our community who are looking to be active and either do their first biathlon or triathlon, volunteer run. If you're interested in getting involved, let me know. I'll put you in contact. But we live in a town with really cool, passionate people. And I feel lucky every day for all these cool things that people in our town help put on. So all good news. That's what I got. Thanks,
We'll
Mr. Mayor.
visit Gina again.
Yeah, sorry. And Sean, you might be able to fill in some of the details here. There is a Meet the Educators event.
Tomorrow
Is
at
it
Tomorrow.
tomorrow?
1912 Center
At
that
the-
the College of Ed is co-hosting with the Chamber.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very stinking cool. I will,
That's on my calendar too. I don't have it in front of me.
I'm skipping the Gormley thing, dang.
Fair enough. I mean,
So we can come meet our educators.
Okay, so talking about future things, tomorrow the SEC meeting is going to be, the keynote speaker is going to be someone from Avista, and they're going to talk about how Avista is planning to deal with the climate issue and how they're going to meet their goals. So if anybody's interested, 6 o'clock tomorrow, downstairs in the mayor's conference room. So I think it should be interesting. We've been asking them to come, and they're coming.
As for me, went up to Spokane this last week to the National Airport Conference, because I don't know if you guys know, but automatically when you become mayor of Moscow, you're also co-chair of the airport board. So as part of that, and to prepare for the incoming new co-chair of the airport board, who'd be Pullman's new mayor, I went to the national conference where these people speak strictly in acronyms. They never spell it out. So you have to kind of hang on to the seat of your pants to figure out what's going on. But lots of useful information for large, medium, small airports. I was focused on the medium-sized one, which would be our Moscow Pullman, not the other way around airport, clearly. But anyway, it was a good conference, learned an awful lot of stuff. And also, you get to be leader of this auspicious body the first week in October, because I'll be back in DC lobbying our 2 congressional delegations on behalf of the airport and with other regional issues like alternate water sources and unfunded mandates and things like that. So,
I'd rather be playing you than being you then.
yeah. So a trek across country, but that's all I have. Anything from staff?
Just a quick reminder that week after next, on October 4th, we will have the University City County School District Breakfast Meeting, the every other month event now. So we won't have another council meeting between now and then. So I thought I'd get a reminder out to the council, but nothing else from staff.
Okay. At this time, we have a very truncated agenda. That's 2 council meetings in a row where the agenda has been like this big. I promise there's longer meetings coming. So get your rest now. But at this time, how about a motion to adjourn to executive session per Idaho Code 74-2061F, after which the meeting will not reconvene.
so moved.
Second.
Third.
Okay, Drew.
Aye.
Julia.
Aye.
Maureen.
Aye.
Gina.
Aye.
Sandra.
Aye.
And Haley.
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned now and moving to executive session.